Welcome back to Age of Empires 2, The Conquerors, and welcome to the final scenario in the Battles of the Conquerors campaign, Noryang Point.
The haze of spent gunpowder hangs over the gravel-strewn beach, confusing the seabirds that nest on the rocky outcroppings of Xinhai Bay. As soon as the winds of the eastern sea disrupt the cloud, the Japanese Navy will return, cannons blazing at the sea walls and what remains of the Korean fleet. Although the army has so far managed to repel any of the samurai that have waded ashore, it is only a matter of time before the Japanese are victorious. The last hope for the Korean Navy is an innovative commander named Yi Sun-shin. Admiral Yi is constructing a secret weapon, a ship with iron armor that can withstand the Japanese cannon and a spiked hull to repel boarders. He calls these ships Kobuksan, or turtle ships. If Admiral Yi can ready his fleet of turtle ships in time, then the Koreans stand a chance of defeating the Japanese. On the other hand, if he's too late,
And here we go. First things first. You here come up here to save this wonder here. And you here build me blacksmith here. Actually, maybe I want fields there at one point. Let's not build a blacksmith there. Let's build one here, whatever. Heated shards. Let's get you here to get me some gold here. This is a terrible spot to do agriculture, but whatever. And some guys here on wood here maybe. Then you take out these cannon galleons here. And let's see, here we go. We want all these upgrades for our towers here, because the main reason is that we're the Koreans. Because this is the Battle of Noryang Point, and we have to fend off the Japanese here. And once we have upgraded our towers 3 times, with the general tower upgrade, which we don't need to because then ballistics plus the blacksmith upgrades, we're going to be able to get over here. We're going to be able to have the same range as cannon galleons, so they can't just sit there and outrange us instead. They just have to stand and fight. Which is probably going to mean that they are going to get themselves destroyed. You here can please fix me this tower here. And let's see, here we go. There's still a threat from like landing. Oh, we actually have a blacksmith here, never mind. There's actually still a threat from landing parties and whatnot here, but that's how it is. Let's see, here more villagers here. You hang out here. You here are very damaged. Could maybe, so we can't build turtle ships at this point here, it's maybe just. Let's get this upgrade here and someone fix me the boat. These guys now have 13 range, which is a lot of range. And it's great because not enough food for that, sure, whatever. Because that means that, yeah, no more outranging from the cannon galleons here. From the enemy cannon galleons, that is. Which of course is great. Everybody's busy. Yeah, the wonder here. You don't actually need to save the wonder, that's optional, but I guess it's kind of nice to do. Okay, you here did that. Well done, you. Back the field with you here. Better fields here, sure thing. And any more university upgrades we want? Probably the general building stability upgrade, because why would we not do that? You here costs around 50 food, we can actually afford that now. All good, all good. And then let's see. So yeah, masonry is being researched here too. Very nice indeed. And let's also have one of you here build me just one more tower like here. Well, You here. Back to getting me all that lumber going. That was here on the way. Okay, you here did cost quite a bit of stuff. Instead get some more boats here, we can't really afford that many. We're gonna get access to turtle ships later, but that's gonna be later. Not right now. Probably use some more guys on gold here. And also the card upgrade. Here we go. We'll see. Yeah, the Koreans have excellent towers. Or keeps in our case. And yeah, the range is really an asset here. Because the computer just sends their ships against the towers and kind of ignores the fact that maybe you shouldn't do that. But never mind that. You here can build me some more towers here. And do I have a stable? I think I do in fact have a stable here. Let's see that we get some horsemen here. Everybody's employed, excellent. So you just kind of hang out here. Do a couple more of you here. That combined with the towers here should get us places. And yeah, we're gonna run low on food here in the foreseeable future. You can do some more agriculture, but we could also get upgrades for you here. Can't afford that right now. No, this one here is even more expensive. Don't know why I tried that, but never mind. All good here. Yeah, they can destroy the walls here. I could build like one tower in front of the...
We cannot drive off the repeated attacks of these Japanese warships. We must seek aid from Admiral Yi Sun-shin. Rumor has it that he has been working on a secret weapon.
Well, we'll see about that. So, did I have a second? Yeah, another dock here. You cost... Actually, do I even want that? Maybe I don't. This is extremely expensive. So maybe not bother with that right now. Let's instead bother with the mill here. I just want one tower in front of the Wonder. That should guarantee that that whatever ship wants to attack the Wonder has to go through the tower first. So we now need to find Admiral Yi, who's the probably Korea's greatest war hero in this specific conflict here, the Imjin War. He's like the foil to Toyotomi Hideyoshi. Let's see, 300 food, 300 gold. We can actually afford that, so let's get some powerful horsemen here. There we go. Well done, EU. Like one more tower here. There's Japanese raiders here as well. And want to make sure that those guys don't have the easiest time just getting through here. Yeah, I also need more food for... Don't like the fact that these boats are just kind of hanging out here. We also need... What's it now? This is fine. Yeah, with heated shot and everything. Japanese are going to have... Oop! Lots of samurai here. You hide here for a moment. We have murder holes. We may not have those. We do not. Not enough stone. Okay, it's okay. I'm getting more stone as we speak. Probably still want you to hang around here because... Okay, these guys are all gone. Well done, you. Just even with the towers here. So we need to watch out a little bit. In fact, this dock here is probably gone now. That's fine, at least we can force... We can force them here to... come into a range. Here we go. that, please. And of course, you don't outrange the cannon galleons. You just have equal range, so there's that. Was there something yellow here, maybe? Anyway, you here, come over here. Fix me this tower here. Because it needs fixing, and... no, that's for military units, okay. Stronger buildings here first, like general. You should be able to protect me from rams. Most of you here cannot contribute at all, so... Yeah, in fact... Are you just stuck here? I think you are, so let's forget about that. There we go. We'll probably use a couple more guys on lumber. Yeah, we're gonna get to those turtle ships here soon enough. Okay, but first I want to secure this front here. It seems we are doing alright here. You finished that, well done you. So now, you need to get over here. How do you actually get there? I'm not quite sure, but you know what, you're gonna find out. You may have to go through. You just do some scouting here, if you want to call that scouting. You're doing quite some repairing here, I have to say. Now you're done, well done you. So, here we go. That's actually pretty good, and we almost have enough food for that. It saves us lumber in the long run. Okay, we just have to work our way through here, maybe we do. We can do that. Lumber gang. You could probably do that with weapons as well, but we can probably just fight our way through here. You come over here. On this field here with you. We also have mining upgrades to research here, and of course these cavalry upgrades here. Here we go. Over here with you. And yeah, my boats here are doing okay. I think you here could use some repairs. But you're generally doing alright. Okay. Camp's coming up nicely. How expensive was this upgrade here? Yeah, you here all chop into this direction. If you can. Well, you know what, just work here. Just do something. Really. There we go, that's better. Yes, berries are next. I still want this upgrade, which... not enough lumber. That's fine. Get another mining camp here to make this a little bit easier. Almost out of stone here, but we have a decent amount of stone left here. So I'm not too worried about that. Here we go. And you know what, maybe to protect our little harbor here a little bit, our natural harbor. Put down here, sure, more of this. And you're happily chopping here. Can you actually come through here? That would be great too. Sure, let's get this upgrade here. It's not entirely necessary, but I'm actually going to put more of you here on lumber here. Maybe don't need quite as much lumber, but I want to be on the safe side here. Let's see, what does my archery range look like? I actually have a pretty decent range here. But yeah, I think the towers here are fully upgraded. Unless... no, I don't have... I could get murder holes here, sure. And I think that might actually be it afterwards. You here take a step back. Here we go. Some of you are quite damaged, but well, it's fine. We're back on foot here. Unless, since they're mainly attacking me here, maybe get a second tower here. Which could mean they can't reach the first one here anymore, but well, I guess we'll see about that. Alright, alright. Yeah, I've got quite a lot of villagers here. I'm not quite sure I need that many. Because we want that too, because I guess the boats are missile units? Not actually quite sure about that, to be perfectly honest. But yeah, let's help out here. We don't want to have our towers do all the work. Well done you, and you can, I guess, can fix these towers here while we're at it. Ooh, transport here. Both of you. Let's chase you down. No shortage of lumber here. You should really come over here. I guess I could probably mangonel my way through here, but we're not in that much of a rush. Why can nobody go after this tree here? There we go. Let's maybe not do that. Just return. Back to the field with you. I guess we may as well queue some fields here while we're at it. Where are all of you getting over here? Is there really that little space? It feels unlikely. There we go. You're gone. Even the cannon gun, he just gets one shot off. That's pretty good, yeah. Yeah, upgrade your Korean towers here. Because they're kind of the signature weapon of your faction here. And you could argue how... yeah, I don't get this. Why do these guys always take a step back here? Can we build another lumber camp here, maybe? Let's do that. Maybe that was actually closer. We'll see. This will do it now. You here, no need to return home here, and you just come over here. So now you're coming over there. I do get that, but I have the feeling there overall a couple more of you should be over here, but whatever. Okay, you're all doing just fine. Okay. Get me all of these fields here going. I think you here with the towers are probably enough. For defense duty here. Sure, husbandry. I think we've basically all these upgrades for you here too, which is great. And there's actually more gold here too. That's nice. Let's see. That we get a camp here going already. You don't stand a chance here. You only have 10 range. Not 13. No chance for you there. You here, sure, how about here? And you come through here. Got a couple more boats here too. That is fine. This again, that's okay. These ships here are never gonna get, they're never gonna get truly far here. So you could maybe build me... Really? Can't build another shipyard there? That seems unlikely. But sure. No? Oh, okay. Can I build this anywhere here? Why is this so difficult? And maybe yet another one. Yeah, if you would let me. Oh, you know what? Whatever. Two of them will have to do for the time being. Okay, and we've got plenty of lumber here, which is great. Let's see. Get some of these upgrade here. And then we can also get the cheaper ships upgrade, because why would we not want to have that? Especially once we get access to turtle ships. One of the unique Korean units alongside... There we go. Alongside the war wagon, which is like a proto-tank. Once you have those, we should be... There we go, let's build one here. We should be well equipped to deal with the situation. Historically, this was a major naval victory for the Koreans here, and during the Imjin War, the Japanese didn't really expect the war to be as much of a naval war as it ended up being. With at one point, one of the admirals being... Oh, what's up with these trees here? That looks wrong. Being in charge of... like the inner land forces, and not even being in charge of any naval vessels. And yeah, Japan wasn't really prepared for that, and the Koreans scored some major victories, naval ones. Some under here, even though... Don't think we need that. Even though he was actually dead by the time the war ended, which was really 2 wars or 2 invasions. But yeah, that's details. You here. Back to the fields with you. And you here are almost there. Nice. Actually, no, you aren't. We still have to work our way through here, because there's still more behind the gate. Maybe we should just do this via mangonels. We also want all this lumber here, to be fair. Can you maybe cut this tree here? This tree here, there we go. Let's see about that. I think you're trying to reach trees that are on the cliffs. Probably isn't going to work out for you, but that's fine. Yeah, let's see if we build a siege. We can actually build yet another wonder. Build a siege workshop here. What we can achieve is maybe some mangonelling. Yeah, this isn't that much of a problem now. We've got plenty of towers here. And with heated shots, they really make short work of the boats here. Especially the fire ships, because they just need way too long to actually reach a tower, if they can actually reach it at all. Fire ships, I don't think I've access to fast fire ships, so I'm probably not going to rely on these guys here all that much. Here we go. So I think we can also get reinforcements from Ming China here. They should be on an island here somewhere, but we'll see about those guys. Let's get a mangonel here. That should accelerate this a little bit. And sure, another lumber camp here. Or can mangonels do that? Or do you need a trebuchet for that? I'm not quite sure. Which I couldn't get because I don't have access to. Let's see. Yeah, let's see whether you can actually cut these trees here or not. Yeah, because if I can't do that via mangonel. No, it doesn't actually seem like it, does it? No, doesn't seem like it. Okay, so we're gonna do this a bit differently then. Which I mean, we're gonna do this exactly as we did before. Let's build you here. And then you're gonna chop through the gate here. I guess we could... Don't want to declare war on Yi here. Don't think that's a good idea. You here come... Oh wait. Sure, you get this tree here out of the way. And you here, sure. Give me some lumber here. Doesn't really matter all that much. Here we go. You're going to palisade the situation here so those workers can't escape. So whoever is behind that wall is going to chop lumber there and only there. And you here, sure, come over here or whatever. I don't really mind all that much. Okay. Yeah, I think it might be that the trebuchet is actually the only weapon that can cut these trees here. But we don't have access to the castle, so I guess chopping lumber it is. That's fine though. So, any more upgrades we want here? Not really. Could try to raid the Japanese raiders in the meantime here. Let's see, maybe for that perhaps we could build some stables here. Or one more stable maybe. Over here with you. Yeah, I can only have so many guys work effectively there, but this should do it. Once there's more space, I might also let more guys in there. But for now, that will be it. Here we go, and sure, a couple more of you. It's not like we don't have the resources. Everything in a huge amount. I think we can cut this now. I don't think there's a high chance that you here will try to sneak through here. The Japanese attacks have cooled down quite a bit, so we should be okay here now. And Bill here owns at least one castle, which is pretty nice, and a house. He doesn't live in his castle, but that's fine. So got all these upgrades here. Actually, no, we want the faster movement for ships as well. So wouldn't we want that? We do have fast fire ships. Well, never mind that then. Looks like we've got the entire naval tech tree, I guess. Because we don't have Viking ships, but well. You can only expect so much there, can you? You just do some chopping here. So cavaliers are almost ready, which is great. Just hang out here, protected by all these towers here, which is great too. New gathering spot here, and some more cavaliers here, and then we'll be good. Okay, we're almost through here. I guess I should have had these guys here chop lumber here all along, but I did work here for a while. But yeah, it's fine. You have all been transferred here, that's great. I think another camp here is in order. Not that you need that urgently, but I have so much lumber, I may as well get that going. Okay, everyone's employed except for some people here, but that's fine. Can you reach this tree here? Can actually. I think there might only be one. Yeah, I think there's only these trees here left, which is cool with me. Just do something here. I don't really mind. Okay, you here. It's time for some raiding. Come over here. Follow the path. Yeah, the main Japanese force, they just called Japanese Navy. They do land troops, but Japanese raiders have just land forces here, but it doesn't seem like they bother to actually come after me here so far. But sure. You here, destroy that tower. Oh, there's actually transport here, didn't see that. Guess we could have taken a shortcut here all along. Well, I guess that's good for us. Can you make your way down here? Let's see. Guard tower is being destroyed here, but I'm not sure these guys are going to survive this. Can we destroy their ramps? Oh, they've got a castle. Okay, I don't like that. That's fine. Let's destroy their ramps here so they no longer pose a threat to me here. And wait a second, where did that guy go? Or did I accidentally send you through here? I guess it did because I didn't. Okay, you here got destroyed quite thoroughly, but that's fine. You don't need to deal with these guys here. You just come over here and make your way to the hut here. So yeah, you could have just gone over here all along, but yeah. Well, I guess I did that the hard way. It's fine. Okay.
With these turtle ships, we will send every Japanese ship to the bottom of the sea. We should build as many as we can. Our coast is now rid of Japanese marauders, but they could return in the future. We should sail to Japan and destroy all of the Japanese docks.
That's not quite what happened historically, but let's not worry about that too hard. Wait a second, can you not... You can't get out of here? Sure you can, once I send you over there. Please tell me you can. Oh yeah, here we go. That's a bit better. I thought these guys were trapped here, but never mind that. Also a naval hero. Don't get many of those. So here we have the turtle ship, which is not particularly fast, but pretty decent range and is fairly beefy, which is great. Let's get a bunch of those amassed here, and then we'll raid.
Admiral Yi, we can assist you in driving off the Japanese raiders, but you will have to transport us across the Yellow Sea.
Sorry, don't have pop slots left for you here. You can stay here, but yeah. Yeah, at the time of this battle here, the Ming Dynasty of China was the overlord of the Koreans. That's why they were involved here as well. Okay. Had this already? Yeah, you can come down here, I don't really care. You can get yourself towered here. Yeah, you stand still. It's gonna be your doom. Okay. Of course you want the elite turtle ship, but we'll get... Oh snap. Quite a lot of you here. Maybe you hide here. You're not gonna get very far here, I'm afraid. Yeah, all the towers here are just there to destroy you. Yeah, that raid didn't really do much, did it? And let's see how expensive the elite upgrade here. Pretty expensive, but I can afford that, no problem at this point here. Do I actually want some cannon galleons as well? Maybe I should have gotten that upgrade too. Let's maybe have you here. Grant me that. You come over here, then we have a galleon here. And do we have... No, don't have any cannon galleons anymore, but that's fine. We can build a couple of those as well. I think they have a better range here, because these guys have a range of 6, which really is not that great. So let's see. Yeah, we can afford that, no problem. Yeah, let's maybe do that. Let's get some cannon galleons here. Then protects. Then be protected by these guys here. What's happening here? Just get in here. Oh snap. Did we have any... Might want a knight or two here. Otherwise we might lose the wonder after all. That'd be a bit uncomfortable. Let's see, please just be ready here. This tower here is going to last a little longer. Okay, you here just destroy the ram, that's all that I'm asking for here. You can make it, the next guy here can, probably. There we go. We'll give you a slightly harder time here. You know what, I'm not going to use you just cause pop slots I can't afford. There we go, sorry about that, but that's how it is. There we go, okay, situation here, all good. And the super long range towers here do the job just fine. Let's see. Get a bomber tower here. Let's build another regular tower. You don't really need that much food, and this saves us some pop slots as well. Okay, you here. Draw me these cannon galleons here. The turtle ships, not much range, but they're fairly lethal. Okay. A whole bunch of you here. Give us some more of these guys here. Ooh. We're fishing down here now, that's bold. There we go, that will do it. And anybody else who doesn't have a job? No. Seems like we're good here. You built me that. Of course, we're no longer playing as the Spanish, so no ultra fast cannonballs, we have slow-mo cannonballs like everybody else. But that's fine. Okay, hey, cannon galleon. There we go. Also cut off their food supply here, I suppose. Oh snap, demo ship. Fine, however. Goodbye, transport. So, let's get you here fixed. Same goes for you here. Come over here. Yeah, let's just see where this takes us. Oh snap, takes us to a castle, which hopefully doesn't have more range than we have. It doesn't actually. We can maybe take down this cannon galleon here. I don't think Admiral Yi needs to survive. No, he shouldn't, because he didn't survive historically. More of you here and more of you there. Yo, all the world's galleons, oh snap. Thankfully the turtle ships are armored, so they can withstand a little bit of punishment here. Okay. They have fast shots, which is nice, so they're harder to dodge. You here. We'll take down this tower here. You're going to be added to the gang here. Ooh, bomber tower, oh snap. Don't want that. What's it now? Ah, that's fine. Just come over here. There has to be another dock here. There's way too many guys here for that not to be the case. So, here the elite samurai. You like cannonballs? Okay, here we go. So, back down the tower. In fact, don't get taken down. I mean, whatever. Just attack. Though I have to say, occasionally it feels frustrating to use the Spanish ships because they are... I don't think they have a higher rate of fire, at least it's not super high, so you see your fast cannonballs and then nothing happens for a while. So whereas like watching the slow-mo cannonballs, occasionally less frustrating. Anyway. Let's just raid the houses here, which isn't particularly necessary, but let's just do it. Also, there's no shared vision with our allies, but that's fine. Let's return to this position here. We've got plenty of ships here to keep our coast here clear, and now we've already destroyed like 2 or 3 Japanese docks. So we should have even less of a problem here. Don't forget about our fields here. Oh yeah, we also have... That's actually not that expensive, spies here. You know what? Gonna go for it. Let's see. Oof. We're not gonna get anything for that, but that's fine. Don't really need food anymore at all. Could sell some stone here and sure some lumber too. The last bit of gold here. Okay. Gone for that a little bit earlier, but never mind. And Camille here is actually threatening us. There has to be a dock down there. That's fine. Okay, now it's more expensive. Thank you very much for that. Let's research it before it gets even more expensive. Here we go. Not gonna do that. There we go. Not interested in Taoism, sorry. Shintoism. My bad. Goodbye, samurai. Here we go. Come over here, and I think they don't even have that much stuff here left, do they? No, they don't. Is there another dock here left? No, there's a castle here, but not a dock. Okay, here we go. Come over here. Don't think we have the elite upgrade for these, do we? No, just have regular cannon galleons. That's still pretty good already, so I'm not going to complain about that. You here work on the fire field. Because why not? You know what? You're not gonna... Okay. You know what? Let's not bother with the castle. We don't need to. Okay, let's go for their last docks here, and that will be it. Any more gold here anywhere? These guys here have gold. And they don't actually have much left. I think they're mostly exhausted their force here, but you know what? Not gonna bother with that right now. We're just going to go for more fruit here. Who doesn't like fruit? I guess people who are fructose intolerant, but well, can't make everyone happy. Over here with you. More of these guys here patrolling the coast, but once you have a decent fleet here, none of that really matters, to be perfectly honest. Oh, I think your field here disappeared. That's fine. And we also have some of our, maybe not original ships, but at least some of our earlier ships. With the bomber tower here, sure. Everybody attack here. Because these guys are not particularly effective against the bomber tower, but you also have a lot of turtle ships here, so... And he has 600 hit points. 75 attack, that's a lot. Here we go. Come over here and just sink all these fishing boats here. And you... sink the dock here. Alright, any docks left? Overlooked? Let's see. Where did I overlook one? Did they rebuild one here? Oh, there's one here. Interesting. Completely overlooked that. Well, that's fine. There's a castle on the way, but actually, is it really? Not really. You can probably hit that before you can hit the castle, but we can also just destroy the castle. That's not a problem now. Because now these guys here are largely paralyzed. Do they even have a town center? Do these guys have a real economy? I mean, they have some villagers, otherwise the spies would have been almost free. But never mind. We're gonna get more turtle ships into the mix here because we don't have enough, clearly. Yeah, I don't think all the lumbering here was overkill. We really did use quite a bit here. Even though I did get the reduced cost here. You're only 160 wood gold. That's still pretty expensive, but yeah, more expensive than a cannon galleon. And to be honest, I'm not sure are you worth it compared to the regular galleon. Is quite a bit cheaper. This is like 7 times the cost in gold and about twice the cost in lumber. Does that really add up? I'm not sure about that, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not sure about that at all. I mean, these guys I guess are more pop efficient then, because they have... Oh, not gonna do any of that here. No more landing here. They've like double the hit points and their armor. They have got a lot of armor here. And these guys here have like 0 and 9. These guys have 8 and 7. So that's quite the difference. But nevertheless, I was feeling that is just so expensive. Oh well. We come just a little bit closer. More transports allowed here. Why are you sending so many ships now? Yes, that's the only shipyard, so that's the only chance you have. Well, they actually land more guys here, whatever. Actually did it. Yeah, you can get rid of some more villagers here. It really does not matter. The castle's gone. And in this case, everybody just come down here. Because you can't land land force here like the bombard cannons, but I couldn't be bothered with that. There we go. The samurai invasion has been repelled. Yeah. It's not that many books that aren't in Korean, or maybe Chinese or Japanese, that give a good overview over the Imjin War. There's Stephen Turnbull's Samurai Invasion, which is decent, but it's more like an introduction. It's not that in-depth. But comes good illustrations like from the time and from some later periods, and I'd say overall good overview. So, but some more samurai hanging around here. They really have a lot of those. But I guess it's Japan's signature unit, so probably want that. Goodbye. Everybody come over here, it's getting busy here. Like these guys like motionless rudders. Oh, there's a castle area, whatever. Boom. That was quite the delay.
The Japanese were unable to establish a base on either China or Korea. Therefore, all supplies and reinforcements had to come from the Japanese islands themselves. Once Admiral Yi destroyed the Japanese navy, the samurai armies were isolated from supply, and the invasion ended. Yi Sun-shin died in the battle, but the Japanese commander Hideyoshi died soon after, and with him, the lust for Japanese conquest. The possibility of a Japanese empire in Eastern Asia in the 16th century died under the guns of slow but deadly armored Korean warships.
And that, my friends, was the final scenario, almost final scenario in Age of Empires 2, The Conquerors. Yeah, this one here, yeah, upgrade your towers, they're really useful against the Japanese Navy. And after that you have almost all the time you need to prepare your navy, which you can do a bit faster than I did, because I forgot about the transport, but it doesn't really matter all that much. Thanks for watching and take care.